Hey y'all, welcome back to Are Y'all Watching? I want to know if y'all are watching the slander that people are putting on Tia Mowry for divorcing her husband. So, there's a couple of questions or, a couple of things that I just want to, run through with you guys. So, Tia divorced her husband and she did a reality show. Supposedly this reality show was, allowing us to see, who she is and, how she's dealing with the divorce. If you know, the show kind of explained some things if you watched, but then at the same time, it didn't. Um, it left some things open, but I believe Tia tried to be as open as she could be without telling too much. She let us know that she was pretty sheltered as a kid, as an actress. And she let us know that, she didn't do too much as a kid, as a young woman, as an adult. Um, because of the image and the way she was raised. So she was quite open with expressing that. And this is not the only reality show she was on. She was also on the show where um, her and Tamara um, were on the show, displaying their marriages and pregnancies and things like that. Um, but her personality showed there. With that particular show, I can't think of the name. I do apologize. Um, you can see how Tia was more of the how would I say, squeaky clean sister. She believed in a lot of holistic ways of doing things, natural ways, and things like that. Nothing wrong with it. Um, she wanted everything to be aligned. She believed that this is how things is supposed to be. As much as Tamara, she admitted that she like partied and, you know, did things and, kind of things will happen the way they happen, type of sister. But either way, you see how stern and strict Tia was with her life back then. Um, and I do believe now she is releasing that. Unfortunately, it's like she decided to be a butterfly and she's flying now. Which is not a problem. Unfortunately, is she's a star, and people see the highs and the lows, and everything is public. Um, so it kind of bites her in the butt because she can't truly be herself, or if she is being herself, people are saying that she's not being genuine. I really do believe that by her having strict parents, particularly she mentioned her mom being strict, that it's don't want to say stunted her growth, but she was not able to mature in the womanhood that she wanted to be. She did everything as the way she felt that she needed to do. Let's date, let's marry, let's have kids. We're going to live a happy life. Instead of being able to explore and experience that heartbreak or experience, living with friends and boyfriends and things like that.
Something. My parents, they were in the army and they were very strict. So I think the problem was they sheltered me so much because I was this child actor. At a young age, I did lose out on a lot of things,
I was gonna say they didn't go to prom.
I feel like I am definitely catching up on normal life now.
So I feel like she's now saying, why not now? I'm 40, 44, 45, and it's time to live my life. So I don't understand why people are taking offense to a woman who decided to live for herself. There's pieces in the show, the My Act, which is on WeTV, where um, where when she had Jackie Harry on the show, Jackie kind of mentioned that, you know, Tia shouldn't have to stroke anyone's ego. And if you watched Corey's interviews, when he was doing that press press run with the Tyler Perry movie that he did with Megan Good, people would ask about the divorce and his family. He stated that he's all about family, and he lives for his family, and he wanted to be in a certain situation or a certain part of his life. So I really do think that they outgrew each other. Unfortunately, Corey's career didn't take off the way it needed to be, and Tia wanted more, and she couldn't wait anymore. She wants to live that life, I feel. And Corey, finally is getting that rise. He's have a steady job. He was on that All American, and he's getting more movie roles. And people are recognizing his acting skills. Um, Unfortunately, it just came at a different time. Um, at the same time, there probably was other things that was going on in that household to where they couldn't fix. Jackie Harry says stroking the ego. How deep was that? Um, And why can't people understand that sometimes you can't stay with someone if you feel as though you can't make them happy or they are not making you happy? Um, Most people, if you've been with them in a relationship and you have to deal with a person who may not feel adequate in what they do with their life, it gets tiring. It's draining. It doesn't make you happy. She's a mom, and she's trying to stay afloat and work. Like, how much longer could she be that person for her husband? Not saying that this happened, but you take I'm taking cues off of that. People are running, saying Corey was a good man. Just separate. Why settle? Unfortunately, it's not that easy out there to find a new partner. If you actually put in that work and believe and speak that into existence, there's somebody out there for you. Um, I would say that for myself. I took the time to heal and I found my husband, but that doesn't mean that she can't do the same. You can't just be with someone because of comfortability. Um, Sometimes you have to let that person grow, and if it is meant to be, you'll come back. There is many of people who came back to each other in life. After they grew and experienced things, i.e., Ashanti and Nelly. Real love is out there, and you can't just sit there and die unhappy. Regardless, you can raise your kids the way you need to raise them and explore, and then maybe it's not even meant for you to be with anyone. Who said that you have to be with someone? Like, there's other things in life that can make you happy as well. I just wish people wouldn't be so hard on Tia because of the way she chose to live her life to make her happy. And reading and saying that she's unhappy and she's not doing this right. Like, we don't know what was the cause. And I truly do believe people are missing those key signs that she stated in this show and in previous interviews, and other shows. If you listen and look, there was other underlining things that shows and displays that she just wasn't happy and she wants more in her life. And why can't a woman want more? If someone is not giving it to you, why can't you want more and go after that? They were together for a long time. How much more can she wait? Is all I'm saying. I wish people would just get off her back and let this woman live, live, because there's other people who've had several divorces and nobody's looking at that. Nobody's looking at how quick people can jump from one relation to another. This woman stayed married and tried to remain married. She has her kids, she's raising them, and the divorce wasn't messy. Y'all give her a break. Anyway, that's my take on it. Tell me what you think. I would love to discuss this with anyone who feels opposite of what I said. But thank you for joining, and you have a good one.